Hello everyone. In this video we will see what operating overloading is, what is the need for it, and see some examples wherein we will try to overload some existing operators for a new purpose. So let's start with the program. So in this program, let me have one class, say class point. Now this class represents a point in 3D space. So I need three attributes: coordinate x, coordinate y, and coordinate z. Let them be private members, and under public section let me have constructor. Constructor that takes three parameters and use them to initialize the member variables. A is assigned to x, B is assigned to y, and C is assigned to z. Let me have one more member function to display the coordinates of this point. Just have to display them with cout statement. What is x? What is the value of y? And the value of z. Function with this simple cout statement. Now within the main, let me create one object of type class point. Let the variable name be p, object variable name, and let me pass the values for three coordinates: one for x, second one for y, and third one for z. Okay. Now if I want to display, I'll have to invoke display function on this object. Let me save it, build and run. Okay, as expected, we got the output, which is value for each of the coordinates x, y, and z. Fine. Now I want to negate each of these values. I want 10 to be minus 10, plus 10 to be minus 10, minus 22 plus 20, plus 32 minus 30. So how do we do that? Do we have any operator? Yes, there is. Unary operator minus. So usually if you have any variable, you assign some value. So if I write this x equal to minus x, its value will change. X now becomes minus 10. That is how this unary operator works. It is designed in this way. When you use it with single operand, it changes its sign. Now I want to change the sign of all the coordinate values for one object. So one way is to write code something like this: x equal to minus x, y equal to minus y, z equal to minus z. This is one of the way to do it. But I don't want to write this. Instead, I want to negate the entire object. So just by writing unary operator followed by the object variable name, I want to be able to negate the sign of all three coordinates. Is it possible? Let's check. No. The compiler throws error at this line. It says no match for operator minus. Operand type is point. As we know, this unary operator always accepts some numerical value. If you want to change the sign, it should be numerical, either int, float or double. But what have we provided? Its data type is class point. So this operator doesn't recognize. It's neither int nor float nor double. What do? It is for this reason we have a mechanism called operator overloading. You already have one operator and you want to add new meaning to that operator. Now instead of just providing numerical data type, I want to be able to provide a new data type also. For this reason we resort to operator overloading mechanism. It's nothing but assigning a new task to the operator. So you tell the compiler, here is an operator. Conventionally it is used to change the sign of a value. From now on it will be applied for a class also. So let's see how can we achieve this. Within the class we have to write operator overloaded function. It doesn't return anything in this case. Its task is to just change the sign. So it is void followed by function name. In this case we have to use keyword called as operator. Operator keyword followed by the actual operator notation or symbol. What does this expect? No argument. Within this we will write these three statements. So instead of writing these three statements in the main, I am just applying unary operator on this object variable. Let me build and run this. Now there is no error. It compiled fine. So which means that earlier this unary operator was expecting only numerical values, but now it is okay with a new type of operand, which is a class type. Now after this, let's check the values and see if the values are negated or not. Let me call display function again, build and run. Now see the output. 10 is changed to -10, -20 to 20. Here also the sign has been changed. So in this program we have learned how to overload an existing operator, which means you are programming an operator to work on operands of types it has not yet been designed to operate. Till now, unary operator minus was used only for numerical values, int, float or double. But in this program, you learned how to use the same operator for a new data type. In this case, it is class point. So you have created a new definition for an operator. Now there are some rules that govern this mechanism of operator overloading. I told you that you are free to overload an operator, but there are some operators which are existing and valid operators, but you cannot overload them. Let us see which are those operators. You cannot overload scope resolution operator, pair of colons, and then you have size of operator. Conditional operator also cannot be overloaded, and then we have class member access operator, which is a dot. Except these four operators, you are free to overload all other existing operators. Remember the term existing operators, which means you cannot create a new operator. You cannot say, let me create one new operator, double star, and overload it. Not allowed. You cannot create operator with different symbols. You cannot club two symbols and say it is new operator and I will overload it. No, this is not allowed in C++. So remember these two rules. Rule number 1, these four operators cannot be overloaded. Rule number 2, you cannot create a new operator. And let me list some more rules in this video. You cannot change syntax of an operator. So I have written it as -p. You cannot write in this fashion. Do we ever write x minus to change the sign? No. Its syntax is always minus followed by variable. So this you cannot change. And also remember that once you overload, its original meaning is not lost. So just because I have overloaded unary operate minus to operate upon point object, it doesn't mean now it doesn't work for its normal values. Say I have int z equal to 15. If I write a statement z equal to -z, it works now also. Only thing is you have made some addition, but this will not make lose its original meaning. I hope this is clear. That's it in this video. We learned how to overload an existing operator, how it is useful, and the syntax to overload it in a class by writing a member function. In the next video, we will overload two more operators and see how it works. I hope this has been informative. Thank you for watching this video.